on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
There we go. Good morning. You can probably hear two things in the background today. One, the garbage truck is doing his rounds, and two, I have 6 children today, which has been very tiring. I think we've had 3 nights of very rough sleep, very chesty coughs. I'm just folding up my crates to put them away. I'll go back down to the car. Very poor sleep. So I've got the kids home today and garbage truck's just moving on past. I'm actually really tired this morning, hence the headbang, because I haven't done my hair. But I just pulled it back to get the groceries done. Now, groceries this week, I need to find out how much I actually spent. And I haven't done the fruit and veg shop. So last week I went to the local farmers markets and I done the grocery shop there. Really enjoyed it. The produce was really good, easy to get to. Went in, grabbed the fruit and veg. 99% of the stuff we wanted was there, which was fantastic. That bread and donuts I bought last week was so good, to the point that I'm not being really multitasking trying to find my actual bill that came through for the groceries. Oh, did it come through that one? It did. I spent $122.30. What was I saying? The bread. I just fell in love with the bread again, because when I go to like Coles or Woolies, yeah, perfect. To get sourdough, oh, that landed on my shoes. To get sourdough, they're getting up to like $6, $6.50. So when I went to the farmers markets, they had a loaf there, which I think was still quite expensive. Actually, no, it wasn't quite expensive. So I got a loaf of sourdough and 2 massive donuts full of like homemade fresh jam, and one had custard, and they were big, like one was the custard log and one was a big jam donut, and it came to $12, I think. So the donuts must have been $6, $3 each, and the bread $6 maybe, or maybe the bread was cheaper and the donuts were more expensive. I'm not too sure, but I went to Donut King a few months ago and I think I got 6 cinnamon donuts, and they were tiny little scrawny things. And when she told me how much, I was like, excuse me, I only ordered this, and she was, yeah. I was like, okay, fine. So loved it there, to the point where my sourdough got thrown out twice. When we first moved, my husband thought it was rubbish, because we moved in all the floods, and it was just like, just get rid of all the stuff we don't need. Things were wet and damaged, and he cleaned up the fridge a few months ago, and my sourdough is just not there anymore. So I decided to start another one. She has just started bubbling a little bit this morning, so I've got to take the half of it out now, half of it, anyway, you know the drill. I do have a video on it. But today's grocery haul for $122.30 is just stuff, like no fresh produce at all. Dairy and pantry items, and I bought a bunch of protein this week. Now I have written on my board still says February, but I'm getting back into the swing of things. I want to do, I don't know if you can see it, so let me turn you around to show you a bit better. I've actually got written up in my groceries, this is when we're getting low on things. I want to do my red meat order, which is like I order from Maranoa Farm, which is a beautiful, actually I think it's called Pantry or Prime Tree Meats now, because they actually have a butcher shop out west. But if you just look up Maranoa beef, it'll take you to their website, and I order. This is where I get all of my, I have a lot of new followers and I had a bunch of questions. This is where I get all of my packaging from. There was actually a Channel 7 or Channel 9 news article, and I happened to pop up into it, which was very random, but nice of them to do as well. I've done a massive review on all of their beef and lamb products. Well, not all of their products, the products that I had purchased. I've never been gifted anything from them. I always purchase from them just to support an Australian small farming business. They vacuum seal everything. I think I've got a roast let's roast lamb there. I've got 2 lamb shanks and then I'm out. And that was my point of this conversation, was I want to go and do another order. But I'm going to see. They have like set packs you can do. And last time I was really lucky. I like said to them, can you put this together for me? And they did. So I'm thinking of putting together like a real, not budget friendly, but more cost effective cuts of meat going into winter, because I would rather pay for better quality meat. And the better quality meat I get from the farm, I've done a review on it. I shared it with you guys. The meat I got direct from the farm, delivered free to my home, vacuum sealed in all those bags to go straight into the freezer, was, I think, either like $3 more expensive or $3 cheaper than just going to Coles and Woolies. I didn't compare to Aldi's. I have struggled with Aldi's meat in the past. I've just had a really bad run of it, particularly with their chicken and salmon. That's just us though. Maybe you have a great Aldi's and you've had a really good experience with them, but I think I'm going to do another meat haul. So when I do the order and it comes in, I'll share it with you. But my quick question before I get into the grocery haul is I'm going to go back to the fruit and veg man, the farmers markets on Sunday, and grab my fruit and veg again. Do you prefer 2 separate hauls, or do you want me to save this haul and do it at the same time as the fruit and veg haul? If I do them separately, what I'm thinking of doing is once my produce comes in, so I can do like a normal grocery haul here, and then on Sunday when I do my fruit and veg haul, I can do like a fridge prep for the week. I didn't share it with you last week, but last week I made up like pickled onions. I cut up a bunch of apples and marinated them in some sugar. I'm gonna make like some apple pie out of that. I got my carrots all cut and prepped. I made rice up for the week. I made like salad dressing. So I could do that on a Sunday. So you're kind of gonna get like 2 grocery videos, grocery haul and a food prep one. So let me know, because I know sometimes people love these videos, some people find them boring, you want it all at once. Just let me know your thoughts. But for $122.30, this is what I have gotten. Our usual milk, but with the meat stuff, I've gotten lamb, I've gotten more lamb, and then pork sausages and pork sausages. It was 2 for something and 2 for something, so I thought I'd grab them. I am going to get the lamb mince this week, and we're going to do something with the flatbreads. I saw this thing, they had smaller flatbreads, but they put the raw mince on it, turned it upside down, cooked it in the pan, and then they put like their tzatziki and tomatoes and that sort of stuff on it there to make like a I don't know, like a wrap, like a kebab. And then I saw another one where they made it into like a kind of like a meatloaf and cooked the lamb full of spices, and then they shaved the lamb to literally make a kebab. So I'm going to play around with that this week, hence why I bought this bread here. This is the one I used to buy all the time to make the pizza bases, which the husband and I loved, but the Coles ones I bought the other week, I've had a few of you comment and my kids love them. Perfect size. I just put the leftovers into one of the cinchy pouches, so great for the cinchy pouches. But this is it here. It's just the Coles pizza bases, deliciously soft. Totally agree. I'm freezing them and they seem to freeze really well, but these cooked amazing. Perfect size. One of them filled the kids. My son had 1.5, but love those, and I will definitely purchase those again. These ones here don't freeze really well because you can see it sort of flakes off. They just go crunchy and flake unless you've got like a real flat shelf where these are just sitting on top. I find these don't freeze well. Even when you thaw them out, they get like it's really easy for the freezer burn. They don't have that fluffiness to them when you cook them. But I've grabbed those this week to try and do like some homemade kebabs. Excuse me. I usually do 2 sneezes. See? So yeah, I've got that there happening. I bought some Doritos chips. These were half price. My son hasn't really had chips in his lunchbox or crackers and that sort of thing. So I grabbed the Doritos because they were half price, and I grabbed some Jats crackers. Jats crackers for me with tomato and cheese. I'm happy. I'm sorted there. But I thought I might bring like some crackers or cheese chips back into the menu on his lunchbox. Maybe like some Twisties or, excuse me, he's been having Pringles a lot, but they are very expensive. So just trying something a bit different there. Yes, that is a treat for me. It is half price. I have this weird crave fetish thing for Turkish Delight and Cherry Ripe, which are usually the 2 chocolate treats that people don't like. I still love Mars bars and Snickers bars, but these just are like a real, for me, a decadent treat. Excuse me. The sneezing's done that to me. I bought some chocolate chips that were half price. I actually quickly cleaned out my cupboard the other day and got it a little bit more organized, which was good. The main reason for that is I had granola in this one and it had gone soggy and disgusting. And this one had pasta in it from the last house we owned. So we rented for 2 years before we bought this. We've lived in this for a year. So I just didn't trust that pasta. So I gave it a quick clean out and I literally don't have any chocolate dots left. And I use them for making homemade muffins, for doing pancakes on the weekend, melt them to drizzle over something we've cooked or cookies and that sort of thing. So I find them handy and they were half price. This was also half price. I'm loving these eco bags. You guys know I have a thing with tea bags, washing liquids, and toilet paper. So I've got a couple, I can't even pull that one out. I've got a couple sitting underneath here. That one's almost like it's down to there. So I've got one full one and another one to add, which is fantastic. Tiny Teddies I grabbed were not on sale, but grabbed those. These were on sale. I love these. They've got like a dried blueberry in them. Nice little treat. Tea bags were half price, but I bought them with purpose because if I go over to my little temporary long-term storage solution, I've only got 1, 2 left, which to me, it's getting low, and the tea bags are not cheap. They used to be $10, they've gone up to $12. So when they go half price, I'm grabbing them. I grabbed lemonade before I get into the drinks. I need to change my soda stream over. We have nothing. It's flat. There's nothing in there. And I want to start making our homemade soft drinks again. It's a lot cheaper and it just gives more options. All the cordials I have down there, we can pick our own flavors. But I wanted to grab this here too because I wanted to make some icebox for the kids, some homemade lemonade scones. I just find lemonade really handy, and it was like buy one and get one free pretty much. We prefer Coke, but they had Pepsi. Now I haven't told my husband, but I'm hoping we can just enjoy the Pepsi because I'm not paying the price that the Coke was advertised. And with all the work that we're doing around the house, he likes to have a cold soft drink at the end, sometimes a beer, but I've grabbed Pepsi instead of Coke. So let's see how that goes this week. Fresh bread that will get consumed over the next day or two because I got kids home sick today. I'm here tomorrow, and then this will go into the freezer, become part of Son's lunches. Excuse me, which is going really well. So that's what I've got left from this week. So tomorrow it's likely he will go to school. So tomorrow he might have the fresh bread, and that'll get consumed for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday he has tuck shop. Actually, no, he won't have bread tomorrow. He has tuck shop. So I have a whole loaf and probably 4 slices in the freezer. So slowly building myself up. Self-raising flour. I've got plenty of like bread flour up there, and a few weeks ago they gave me a substitute for plain flour. But the bread flour will be great for my sourdough starter and making bread. So I just needed self-raising flour. So I grabbed a self-raising flour. You have seen the Jatz crackers, and I bought some laundry powder. This one here is still working really, really well, but I'm kind of living from box to box. So it's not cheap. Well, I don't think it's cheap. There's a lot more expensive powders out there. This is $9 for a 2 kilo box. If you watch really old grocery haul videos, you would have seen that I've used the Coles home brand regular washing powder. You can put in your own oils in it and boost it with other things, but it's a lot cheaper. I think I got like 4 kilos of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 4 kilos for like $6 or something. But in the next couple of weeks, I want to start stockpiling some of this here. I just have this really weird feeling, and I was talking to my girlfriends about it. I have this really weird feeling. They keep talking about this recession, and I don't mean to scare anyone, but they keep talking about this recession, and I can see prices of things going up. I just have this weird feeling that things are gonna get really tight. Stock is gonna get really low. And if I don't have things at a price point that I can buy, I'm gonna pay double for them. And this is why I like stockpiling. It's not to bare the shelves so no one else has it. I'm working within my budget. I spent $122 this week, which is fantastic. If I can spend $30 at the grocery store, that's $150 for four people, 2 adults, 2 kids, and we have a dog and a cat. So I'm really impressed with that. But if I don't stockpile and shop smart and constantly add things to my grocery list so I'm not paying full price, I have this weird feeling in a few months from now, we're going to struggle to get the things we want and have to pay more. And I hate when I'm paying full price and I know things go on sale, or I find it frustrating when what things that I want I can't get. I have this weird feeling that I just think that there are so many businesses that have gone into receivership. There was a big one last week, Scott's Refrigeration, and they're huge. I used to work for Toll, and Scotty's Refrigeration is a huge trucking company. I was just like, oh, this is interesting. And not just a trucking company, they purely do refrigeration. So I don't know, I just feel like I need to be glazing over everything in the house to make sure that if we needed to, we could definitely get by. Now, I've had a few questions about the milk, and I love the comments, and I love the here's an option for you. Yes, it's definitely an option, long life milk. It's in the house. You can sit there for months on the shelf. Years ago, 9 years ago, I worked on some little tiny islands through PNG, the Solomons, tiny little islands on the map right on the equator that you wouldn't even know existed, and I had to live off of long life milk, Spam in a can, stale crackers, Coke that wasn't fizzy, it was just like the syrup, and I just can't do long life milk. I can't even stock it in my house. We went camping once and my husband bought it. I'm like, I'll have black tea, thank you, no milk for me. And I love milk. So for me, if things got really short on the dairy front, I would end up having black coffees and black tea. I just cannot do powdered milk or long life milk. It just brings back, yeah, brings back some work memories of me having to eat certain foods while working in some very tough environments. So, but there are definitely other options out there. So on that note, let's talk very quickly, because next week it'll be big on my grocery list as well. I've actually already started my grocery list for next week. I try and always pre-plan and pre-think ahead, but tinned items and frozen items. There is nothing wrong, and I think it's fantastic to always have tinned food, tinned veggies in your home and frozen stuff. I'm actually going to go through and I'm stocking up. I don't know if you can even really see. Does it really matter? Can I just talk through it because you're going to see it next week? I am stocking up on noodles. I want to stock up on noodles and jar bolognese sauces. I've got beans I'm stocking up on, frozen corn kernels. Today, chicken tonight sauces, coconut milk because I'm out of it. What is something else that's coming up? And there was some chicken that was on sale, so I've got that as well. So I want to start adding more to my pantry. I don't have a big pantry. I have 2 cupboards that I open up, but I can put some shelving up here if I needed to and put a ton of tin stuff in. Tins have gotten expensive. These are the 80 cents. I think now they're $1.20, which adds up. So I think I'm just going to start adding some tin peas, tin corn, more tin fruit, frozen stuff. I still want to get a frozen freezer. At the moment we just have too many bills coming in, to be completely honest. We have too many bills that we need to pay, and our focus is to get all of those paid. You know, rates, insurances, electricity bill, they're all just rolling in. So for me to pop out and buy a brand new freezer is like $1,000, but even secondhand on Marketplace they're like $500-600, so I want to get like a decent sized one. So we're just chipping away with what we can, and tin stuff at the moment, it can sit on the shelf for months on end. So don't forget, it's okay not to have fresh produce, because you can still get fresh produce out of tins and frozen stuff as well. I watched a really interesting Jamie Oliver, I don't know, an episode years and years ago, and he was talking about tin stuff, and he said if you want to go tinned, or you need to go tinned, the more whole the item is. So a tomato he gave the example of, if you buy diced tomato, that tomato quality was probably on the poorer end, whereas if you buy a whole tin of whole tomatoes, they have to pick the best tomatoes to put into that tin. With diced ones, they can just like puree and blitz it up and it's okay, but the whole ones you need, which I found was kind of interesting. So, but you can get tinned anything. I won't do tinned potatoes either, or powdered potatoes. Not gonna happen. But anyway, that's the grocery haul. I'm gonna get my meats and my drinks put away and unpack everything and have a cup of tea and get this video edited. I have a video going up. It'll probably go up on Sunday, or maybe I'll do it a bit sooner. And I do share a video on a dinner in there. It's a curry, really easy. Used all my leftover veggies in the fridge, so there was no waste last week. So I will share that, and I'll do my utmost best to remember to film the lamb dinner that I end up making, so you can see that as well. So I'm trying to do random daily vlogs here and there and incorporate into, for dinner tonight, this is what we're doing, and you can watch me prep it and then you can just get some ideas from there. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the fruit and veg haul, and if you want, I can also do like the prep at the same time, or if you want all combined into one, I can save that video to probably do like on a Sunday night and upload for you. Either way, let you know. My kids are quiet and the rubbish truck is far in the distance. This is lovely.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting